Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to Cambrian Virtual Classroom. This is your English class. Let's go to the smartboard and first introduce myself. I am SM Saifullah Shakil, lecturer English Department, Cambrian College, Chattogram. So what is the lesson today we are going to discuss? We already discussed the part 1 of this lesson from Unit 13, Lesson 1, Food Adulteration Reaches New Height. So without further ado, let's first see the learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to use different new grammatical structures, can explain several types of food adulteration, and will be able to describe steps of production process. Okay. After the last class, using a sensitive high performance liquid chromatography method or HPLC developed by the Food Safety Lab, 66 samples were analyzed for the presence of formaldehyde. Actually, what is HPLC? HPLC is a scientific method, is a chemical method to identify different elements in a mixture. There are different kinds of HPLC method. There are liquid chromatography method, gaseous chromatography method, paper chromatography method. Okay, I hope you have gone through these items in your chemistry textbook. Okay. So they used a sensitive high performance liquid chromatography method to analyze the mixture used in different kinds of products. And here you can see an HPLC pump that is used to analyze the mixture, and using this method they analyzed 66 samples of different product, and after analyzing they found that why they did this analyzing procedure to find out if those samples contain formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is used to prevent something from rotting. You know, it is a preservative. You commonly know it as formalin, okay, which is very bad for our health. Adulteration was thereby detected. After analyzing these 66 samples using HPLC method, they detected some adulteration in samples of coriander. You know coriander? We call it cilantro or dhone pata. Mango, they also find that mango is also contaminated with formaldehyde or formalin, and fresh shrimps are also containing formaldehyde. The tests indicated that poultry feed in the country had also been contaminated. Okay, what is poultry feed? Poultry feed is the food that we feed the chickens or fishes in a pond. Okay, these are poultry feed, and there are some more pictures. These things are eaten by chickens and fishes in a pond. Okay, so after the test, adulteration test, they found that poultry feed also is contaminated. How do they know this? They don't test the food themselves. They test the chicken meat. Okay, after testing the chicken and fish, they find that these fish and chicken contain traces of antibiotics. And antibiotics is something we take for ourselves to fight with bacteria, but excessive antibiotics is harmful for us. It can lead to antibiotic resistance, and that is some of the antibiotics, if we use those excessively, they no longer work against bacteria in future. So it will be very bad for our future treatments. Okay. High microbial populations were found in several samples of pasteurized milk. What is microbial population? Microbial is an adjective, and these words come from the noun form of microbes. What is a microbe? A microbe is a microorganism that is there can be single-celled or multi-celled organism, and they can live in a colony or in a group. Okay, there are different types of microorganism. Microbes is a noun, and the adjective form of microbes is microbial. Okay, for further understanding, we should know different types of microbes. Actually, there are 7 types of microbes found till date. And what are these? The first one is bacteria, you know all. The second one is archaea, almost similar to bacteria with some differences. The third one is protozoa. The fifth one, algae, or some may say algae, fungi, virus, and some multicellular animal parasite. These are all some microbes, and some of these microbes are also found in several samples of pasteurized milk. What is pasteurized milk? Pasteurization is a process. Pasteurization process is a process used to preserve milk or different kinds of liquid for longer period of time. Here you can see the pasteurization process. First, the milk is stored or chilled in 39 Fahrenheit temperature, and then this is quickly raised to 161 Fahrenheit. After that, this is very rapidly cooled down to again to 39 Fahrenheit, and then this is packed in a special kind of package, and these milk can be used after, can be drank after a long period of time, and they can be stored in room temperature. They don't have to put those pasteurized milk in refrigerator. So pasteurized milk should be bacteria free, because of the process. But the research team find that high microbial population were found in several pasteurized milk. This is unlikely. So what does that indicate? Indicating poor processing procedures by the manufacturer. Manufacturer means the producers. So the producer used a very poor processing procedure. That means the mechanism used to pasteurize those milk isn't very good, and in that process some bacteria can also be left in the package. Okay. Samples of cucumber, cucumber, and street foods. We all like fuchkas. Also showed high microbial populations. These things also contain much bacteria, microbes, suggesting widespread contamination in the water supply. So, if street foods contains microbes, from where the microbe came from? These microbe comes from the water they are using to make these things. Okay. The director of Institute of Public Health, IPH, told the Dhaka Tribune was informed by the director of IPH that the survey report has been submitted to Health Ministry. The survey they have conducted, they made a report, and the report has been submitted to Health Ministry for further investigation, for taking some action. Further tests of different products were being carried out by the Food Safety Lab. They are saying that these tests aren't the end of things. They also do more research in future. Okay. A former Director General of the Health Services and Senior National Advisor of FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, said the findings were shocking for the whole nation. So up until now we have seen that there are different kinds of adulteration in different types of food, and all these news isn't very pleasing for us. As we can see, a former Director of Health Services also showed his concern for hearing the news. He added that with the previous remark, he also said that instead of focusing only on the end products, the issue should be addressed at the root level. What is an end product? We will see in the next slide. He pointed out that there are 4 steps in production process. From the field to your plate, there are 4 steps to produce that thing. And what are the process? Farmer, suppose we are eating a potato chips. How the potato chips is being made? Let's see. First, a farmer cultivate in a field, then the farmers collected those items from the field. These items is being transported to different areas of the country or even outside of the country. After that, a wholesale trader, the trader who sell items in bulk amount, so sell those items, in this case potatoes, then the items is sold in a retail shop. Then we can see actually to go to a factory, mostly those items are being bought from the farmers directly or from wholesaler, not from retail trader. These things are produced, manufactured in a machine, in a factory. Then we find the end product. So there are different steps in the production process, and generally we find fault in the end products. You may see that the chips you have bought from the shop is faulty, isn't smelling good, maybe rotten or something. So what do? You generally go to the store you bought from, but the store the store owner don't have to do with something like producing a packet of chips. So where was the problem? The problem is in any of the production steps. So in the previous slide, when the former Director General said that the issue should be addressed at the root level, here addressed means to identify. The issue should be identified at the root level, where the issue is happening. He said better monitoring and supervision were mandatory, compulsory. Something you have to do, you must do. Were mandatory for stopping food adulteration. To stop this food adulteration, these different types of food adulteration, we have to monitor everything. We have to look over everything, and we have to supervise everything more wisely. Adulterated food products are reportedly the cause behind thousands of people suffering from fatal diseases. So these adulterated food is undoubtedly causing different fatal diseases in thousands of people, like cancer, kidney failure and heart problems. Health specialists told the Dhaka Tribune that the Ministry of Food had enacted a Food Safety Act. Act means law. And what does enact mean? Enact means to legislate, to authorize, pass or decree a law. Okay, to authorize a law. So the health specialist said that the Ministry of Food had enacted, has legalized, legislated a Food Safety Act, a food safety law, but was yet to prepare the necessary rules. A law was passed, but all the rules haven't yet been set. as the issue of food safety was also linked to 14 other ministries, a coordinated agency should take responsibility. Okay. Regarding food, Bangladesh has nearly 14 ministries. So it is very easy to play blame game. If something has gone wrong and we point finger to one ministry, they can say, we don't have any authority in these, go to that ministry, that it is that ministry's fault. Okay, so we can see a blame game here. So to take responsibility, the reporter is suggesting that a coordinated agency should take responsibility. An agency where members from all 15 ministries should be present. Okay, that is called a coordinated agency. So we can see a symbolic image of coordination here. It is not exactly a coordinated agency for taking steps against food adulteration, just a symbolic image where different people from different ministries can come forward and take responsibility. Okay, for ensuring safety in food products, they added. Okay, I hope you get it all. Now we will play a quiz game. Let's start. By whom was the HPLC method developed? Who developed the HPLC method? By the government of Bangladesh, by the food ministry, by the food safety lab, or by WHO, World Health Organization. If you recollect the information correctly, it was developed by the food safety laboratory. So this is the correct answer. Good. High microbial populations are found in. Where did we find high microbial population? Samples of cucumber, street foods, both of the above, or water supply? What do you think? I think you got it right. We find microbial population in both cucumber and street food. So the answer should be both of the above. Yes, wow, you are on fire. Next question. Food adulteration is a dash for us. Food adulteration is a blessing for us? I guess not. It is a boon for us. Boon means blessing, the similar meaning. It is a malediction for us, curse for us, or it is a benediction for us. Again, benediction means blessing. So here three words are of same meaning. What do you think the answer should be? Yes, you are right. The answer should be malediction. Okay, what a show off. Thank you all. This is all for today. Until next class. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.